Today, we are connecting with our first guest of the day in London, England. Corliss Charles-Sutton is the CEO of Success Within Your DNA Consulting, which provides coaching and mentoring services to professionals who are committed to their career. Corliss is a highly qualified financial executive with over 20 years of leadership and managerial experience. Today, we are pleased to speak with Corliss all about her business, Success Within Your DNA Consulting. Good morning, Corliss. Welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning. Welcome, and thank you for having me on your platform today.
You are welcome. So, right off the bat, how did you get your business started?
Oh, well, it has always been a passion of mine. Leadership has always been a passion of mine. And many of you will know that I actually managed the RBTT Bank in St. Kitts.
Yes.
My journey started at Scotiabank, and it emerged into leadership. I managed the transition from RBTT to RBC, and then I worked internationally as well. So finance has always been my mainstay. And so leadership is one of the things that I believe, I would say, God has gifted me with. That's my talent. It happens effortless. And I thought one day, well, what better platform to create than a company that can help others. One of the things that I do, I help persons who are feeling a void in their career. You know, they're feeling dissatisfied, they're struggling. I help them to unlock their full potential so that they can assume authority, or they can gain progression if that is what they want. Whatever success looks like for them, I help them to achieve that. That's one of the things that I do.
Nice.
Wow, that's lovely.
I love that. And I love the name that you came up with. I know people would say, I love that you're in financial services. People think they're sometimes pigeonholed, but I love that your business is about leadership. So where does your name come up? Where did you come with the name Success Within Your DNA Consulting? Very interesting name.
Yes. Well, we are all born with greatness. And those of you who are biblical, you will know that even before we were formed, God knew what we would become. And so I believe that everybody's destined for greatness, and they've just got to be able to find that coach or that leader or that mentor to unlock it. And so I thought of that name, Success Within Your DNA, because that's one of the mantras that I thrive on.
Okay, all right.
So how do you implement your leadership skills, as you already spoke to your professional experience, in your managerial position?
Oh, well, it's something that I do every day. I manage a team of persons, and it's something that I have to do every day to make sure that we get the job done. It's being executed in a way. And at the same time, we've got to understand that people are our greatest assets. And so we've got to work along with them so that they can always become the best version of themselves.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so I can't help but notice behind you, you've got this background, Virtual Summit Unleashed. So I'm assuming you're going to be hosting the summit shortly. Talk to us about the name of the summit, and talk to us about some of the objectives of this summit, and inform us all.
Absolutely. So I am hosting a 14-day summit. It begins June 5th to June 18th. And the theme of this summit is Unleash Your Full Potential. I've got over 30, including myself, leadership experts from all around the globe, from the US, from the Europe, and from the Caribbean as well, to share their expertise and genius with you. And so it is going to be virtual. As I said, it's 14-day. Every day, just to give you an explanation as to how it will work, every day, 2 videos will be released for 14 days. Well, it will be 3 because, of course, by calculation. So every week we release the videos. You can look at them. Once you register, the key is registration. You must register at www.unleashfullpotentialsummit.com. Once you register, then you have free access to look at these videos for 24 hours. Now, if you might be busy, you don't have the time, there is a VIP access. And that provides you with unlimited access. You can look at it for 1 year. You can look at it at your own convenience. All these videos, I tell you, you can't afford to miss it. The topics are very specific to leadership and overall development and women empowerment.
Oh, I'm always interested in empowering. Oh, so this is your panel of expert speakers. Yes, you do look like you have a pretty prolific panel here. This sounds like it's going to be a great summit. Very exciting. How did you select these speakers, and what can people expect from them?
Well, our selection was basically around persons who've got very strong business acumen. And most of our speakers are entrepreneurs, they're authors, and they're leaders in their various fields. Some of the topics that you can look forward to include mindset changes, because you've got to adopt a discipline. If you want to achieve success, whether it's in your career and life, you must adjust your mindset. And so there is a speaker who will be speaking around that, making that paradigm shift. There is also one that I know women would be interested in, particularly around the female hormones, leveraging your female hormones for higher performance. We've got that. And there are some very interesting and inspirational stories as well. I've got a leader who bought the company that fired her. And she's speaking about overcoming adversity. And all of these are hallmarks of success.
For sure. Yes.
I love that she bought that company. Yes. I love it, yeah.
I love these topics. These are very exciting topics. I don't think that people would imagine, especially the one with the hormones. I would never think, we were having that discussion literally, I'll be honest. This morning, we were having a discussion about that. So I think that that's very fascinating. I hope people will really look to see some of these topics you're discussing, because I think this will be a fantastic summit. I'll definitely be tuning in.
So Corliss, without giving it away, when we speak to hormones, you mean our attitudes that we take on the workplace? Is it that?
It speaks about attitudes. It speaks about your whole approach, and it also speaks about that monthly that we all go through from time to time, and those mood swings and how to manage that and so forth. Yeah. So it is very, very interesting. But I want to say that the men are not isolated here, because we all, although it is geared for professional and corporate women, there are topics to which the men would be interested in. And so I'm encouraging men to also sign up and register for this event as well.
Yes. I wish that more men would actually do more events that are focused on women. Then I think we would have a better understanding. It would create a better gender balance in the workplace, of understanding, there's nothing wrong with the situation. Women deal with things differently. You might have a way you deal with it. The leadership is different, but it's still leadership. So I think that's a really important point. Glad you brought that up.
Yeah. It's also a 14-day interview series. Can you give us some insight into that format?
Okay, so every day, what happens is this. Every day, an email is released to the registrants every day. And in this email have the various topics and the videos for persons to listen to. Yeah, you've got 24 hours to listen to these videos. But if you're busy, because it is 14 days, which is a long time, then we encourage you to sign up for the VIP access. And I've got a special for members of my community in St. Kitts. If you are to sign up now, there is an early bird special of just $47 for the entire summit, where you will be able to access these videos at your leisure and pleasure and at your convenience, because there is so many tips and ideas that you can implement so you can become a better version of yourself that you do not want to miss out on. So that's one of the things that I wanted to share with the audience today, to say, get in, click that button, and really make sure that you can leverage that opportunity, because it's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
As I said, the topics are really, really exciting. And if you are serious about career, because the thing about it is that a lot of us have potential, but sometimes we get distracted. Sometimes we just simply give up. Sometimes we think that, you know, I'm just working for a paycheck, but that's not enough, especially for women. You know, the sky is the limit, and we can help you to really unlock that potential so you can rise and you can grow and you can just become great in terms of what you do. And this is what we are teaching in this particular summit. All of the topics that the speakers are going to be speaking about, I also teach in my courses as well.
Okay.
And so these topics were designed and communicated by myself for the speakers to address.
Yes, and so in your regular courses, which you just spoke out in your regular business, how would people get access to that level of your expertise? How would they get access outside of your summit? How would people access your expertise in your regular business, success within your DNA consulting?
Yes, so I've got a website, www.successwithinyourdna.com. And also, if you want to reach me personally, you can reach me at Corliss at Success Within Your DNA. So all of this summit that you will experience is really surrounded about what I do.
Yes, and that's so excellent. I think that a lot of the times as women, especially in working in business, we sometimes even feel, I did a session the other day on imposter syndrome, and I actually did it, yes, for young women and their mentors. And some of the mentors afterwards were like, I think this was meant to be for the young women, but I was feeling that, you know, as a woman. And so I think that a lot of the times that we do really need this kind of support and guidance and leadership at that level. And also to just see that many successful women and seeing even you, Corliss, it really makes us feel like, no, I can do this. I knew Corliss. Corliss is out there. She's doing it. There's success in her DNA. And I know like there is success in mine as well. Yes.
Well,
awesome.
I think one of the things we've got to encourage is persons investing in themselves. That is very important. And I would encourage anyone to invest in a coach. I've had coaches and mentors during my career, and I could not be at this place if I didn't have them. You know, there have been mountaintops, there have been valleys, but once you've got your coach, it helps you to navigate towards them and out of them. You go around and you may climb over them. But coaches do that. And I think a lot of people basically see coaches as more sporting focus.
Yes.
But there are coaches that can really help you in different phases of your life.
Yes.
And for me in particular, I'm the one who's going to help the women, especially those emerging leaders and those existing leaders, you know, people who are perhaps going on retirement and they just don't know what is their next move or next step. That's where I come in to help you along with that.
Okay. So how can persons register for this virtual summit, Corliss?
Right. So you can log into the website. It's www.unleashfullpotentialsummit.com. That's what you have to click that link, you get in, and all of the access will be there for you. You will be able to see all of the speakers and, of course, what topic they're going to speak on. You'll be able to see the bio of all these speakers as well, so you can get comfortable and decide which day you'll join these speakers. All of that is going to be arranged for you.
And how can, when people register, do they have a deadline as to how late they can register, or can they just join maybe halfway through the summit and decide, okay, I'd like to join and register now?
I am advising persons to register now. Remember, if you register now, you get the early bird special, because during the summit, that fee is going to change. You can register up to June 5th, and you can also register between June 5th to June 18th, but your special may change during the meat of the summit.
Okay.